Hi everyone. Very good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're joining us from. I'm Risha Khan and I'm your host for today's webinar. And I am joining all the way from Bangalore, India. Would love to know where are you joining us from on the chat here. So I'm just putting down a hello in the chat and also introducing myself. You can drop us a hello with your name and where are you joining us from before we start the session. Thank you for joining us on time. And we are also streaming live on our YouTube channel as well. So folks who have joined us there and also drop us a hello and with your name and let us know where are you joining us from there as well. Let me also share my screen quickly. Meanwhile, I see you folks have already started introducing yourselves there. Awesome. I see a lot of introductions have already started coming in. This session is 75 minutes long. So you have enough time for the free project demo we'll be covering today, the Nike way, the modern day product manager approach from the SPGN product management program. So I've taken up a project from there and we'll be showcasing a demo of that. We have a very interesting, interactive, engaging session lined up for you with our amazing instructor and trainer Suryansh Choudhary. And meanwhile, we start the session. Before, let me just quickly take you through the ground rules here. Meanwhile, please keep introductions coming in on the chat. So you need to put down your questions in the Q&A box in case you have any questions for our speaker. As you can see, there is a really high attendance and you can see the chat volume is pretty high. So we will be basically not be able to find your queries in the chat whenever the speaker gets time. So that is where just direct them to the Q&A box. And we'll be basically addressing your queries based on that. And the session has been recorded in case you want to go through the recording of the session once again. In case you missed anything, please don't worry. You can expect a follow-up email from us with the recording link to view. And for the webinar certificate, we will be sending you the webinar certificate you'll have to basically stay till the end of the session, which is 75 minutes long. And you basically have to fill the post-webinar survey pop-up, which is by Zoom. And in that, it'll ask you for your full name, which you would want to see in the webinar certificate. Now, apart from that, this program is powered by Simplylearn, world's #1 online bootcamp. We have been in the digital skills training space for more than a decade now, and we are proud that we have transformed lives by empowering people via these skills. We have 5 lakh plus advanced careers here, over 150 plus countries, and we have 40 plus global accreditations. We have 800 plus amazing qualified trainers with us who basically do an amazing job in upskilling you in these categories. So today we'll be talking about product management. And moving on, so this is how the certificate of participation for this webinar will look like. And also, this basically will have your name here, and it will basically have, this is just a dummy example of a certificate. So there will be a name here of basically what is the name of the webinar, the Nike way, the project demo, which we are covering here. And the date will be here for today's date, and it will be basically, accredited by Simplylearn. So now what is the use of this webinar certificate? So certificate is for, you are here because you're attending a very latest trendy topic. We are covering a project demo. You are basically here and showing that you're interested in, a project demo session of product management. You're trying to basically, gain knowledge, network a bit and interact with folks here. We have an amazing instructor who has, amazing experience over years and who basically, is a part of the session who will be helping you, and engaging the session. So what you can do is when you basically receive the certificate or even the screenshots you take during the session, if you like something, take a screenshot and also share your insights about the session as well with your network on LinkedIn. So you can share the certificate, tag our Simplylearn handle. I'll share it on the basically chat in some time. And also you can tag our instructor, Suryansh Choudhary. I'll share his LinkedIn ID as well. And if you tag Suryansh, he also will be basically coming and supporting you or commenting there as well, whenever he gets the time. So I'm just giving you an example quickly of one of the attendees who recently shared, one of the basically insights. Basically, she wrote all the insights from the webinar. She took screenshots for sharing it on her network, and a lot of people came and supported her. So that's really good to showcase your network. What you have been up to. That you're progressing. You're trying to basically stay up to date. What's going on. So yeah, and also how do we find you? You can also use the hashtag #SimplyGrow as well. So yeah, please do that. I'll share about these things on the chat as well later on. So I'll just revise those things. But before we start the session, now that you are giving a lot of amazing introduction on the chat already, let's start with a quick poll here before we start the session. So let me just quickly launch a poll that says, how many years of experience do you currently have? And you can choose the option which is the most suitable to you. I've just launched a quick poll on Zoom. And now folks who have joined us live on our YouTube channel, let me also quickly see. You can share your responses on the YouTube live chat box there, sharing your experience. Also, I see a message that the screen is not visible. So let's do an AV check and sound check as well. So let me know on the chat, is the sound audible to you? And also if the screen is visible to you. So please do let me know by replying yes or no on the chat. That will be really helpful for others as well. So in case they also might be facing a technical issue, internet issue, it happens, right? So yeah. Awesome. Let's give 10 more seconds for the poll here. I see most of you have responded for the poll. So last 10 seconds for the poll. How many years of experience do you currently have? Also, interestingly, as you can see, there are a lot of people who have joined us from Oman, Mumbai, Switzerland, Canada. I can see here, Africa, Delhi, Austria, Bangalore, and Nigeria, Chennai, Brazil. So a lot of people are joining from different parts of the world, and it's very interesting. They come also from diverse set of experiences. That makes the session even more interesting. So last 5 seconds for the poll here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me end the poll and also share the results with you folks here. Awesome. So I see 34% of you have more than 10 years of experience. Interesting. A lot of experience folks here. And 19% of you have 6 to 10 years of experience, and 20% have 2 to 5 years of experience, and 27% of you have less than 2 years of experience. Wow, that's great. So we have gotten a lot of experienced professional here. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. That definitely helps us, a speaker as well, to tailor his responses according to the kind of audience who have joined us, based on the questions you might have also. So now, quickly introducing you to the agenda of today's session. To answer a question on the chat, the agenda will answer it. So the first and the most important agenda of today's session is about you, getting to know a little bit about you, how we can help you out in your career better. And the second agenda of today's session is today's project demonstration topic, the Nike way, the modern day product management approach. So we'll be showing you a live demonstration of this project, which has been taken up from the SP Jain product management case studies and hands-on projects we have in the program. We'll be talking about more about the program after that. And there are so many other projects and case studies you can work on. We'll be talking more about that in detail after the project demo. So that is to answer your question, Kushwa, that this project is covered in the program we'll be talking about. And after we are done with the project demo, we'll be covering what this program exactly offers by SPG in product management, and how this program gets you future ready, sharing with you learner outcomes and enrollment steps based on the interest you've shared towards enrollment. And we'll be sharing the fee of the program. I'll also share the syllabus. You can download later on for your reference. If you want to go through it in much more detail and have any questions later on for the learning consultants from Simplylearn. And then the last and not the least, the Q&A. So Q&A has been kept last, but in case, as this is a very interactive session, we are going to do a project demo. You're going to learn things live, interact with the instructor live. We have a lot of quizzes planned to see if you're paying attention or not. So basically, Q&A is for basically so we do not miss your questions in the end in case it's not addressed. But yeah, so you can go and put down your questions in the Q&A box instead of the chat box, and we'll make sure to address all of your queries. Yeah, we have a lot of time for the session today. And moving on to our speaker and expert introduction, Suryansh Choudhary. Suryansh, a very good evening to you. Let me just quickly introduce you here for the crowd as well.
Sure.
So Suryansh here is the former product owner at Accenture. He has headed teams in tech and edtech sector, and he has been also a seasoned trainer at Simplylearn. He's an entrepreneur and trainer for business schools as well. He has 5+ years of corporate and product training experience. So a very again welcome Suryansh. It's always a pleasure hosting you. And I know very well that we have a very interesting session planned for them, and a very interactive one. But before that, I'm pretty sure the folks would love to know a little bit about you from you as well.
Sure. Thank you so much, Rasha, for that introduction. Hi, learners. Good evening. This is Suryansh, and good evening from Uttarakhand. I am talking to you all from Uttarakhand, and it's a pleasure seeing you all from different parts of the world. I started my career as a product manager at Accenture in Bangalore, and now I'm a seasoned trainer and panelist, wherein I create content, which includes capstones, and I train working professionals and corporates on how to become a good product manager. And in this session today, I'll give you a hands on experience on how a product manager would take up a project from scratch, and in whatever time we have got, will make a working prototype of this particular product. So we're going to cover this entire journey in the time we have. The only thing that I would, really request, Rasha, from all learners is, you know, just be active. I'll be asking you lots of questions. The project will be completed by you all. I'll be just be acting as a facilitator to generate ideas from your end. All right. Thanks, Rasha.
Thank you so much, Suryansh. Welcome once again. And thank you so much everyone for your amazing introductions on the chat. And we'll be starting the project demo topic now, the Nike way, the modern day product management approach.
All right. Learners, I hope my audio video both are going fine. And before we begin to look at the capstone, let me ask you a very small question. Rasha, can we go to the next slide? Pretty easy. Go ahead and give me your answers in the chat box. Come on,
Uh,
hurry up, learners.
so I will also launch the poll as well, Suryansh.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Rasha, maybe you can launch the poll. Great. Learners, just have you used, tried Nike products? Just give me an honest answer. Yes, Surya Jain. I think it's pretty common. I use it day in and day out, or maybe I've tried it earlier. Just give me yes or no, quick. I think Rasha will give them 10 seconds to answer, not more than that.
Sure, sure. I think folks have already started voting. They're pretty quick here. So yeah. And
I think five more.
it's on the YouTube live chat box as well. So for folks who are paying attention to the live chat box as well, you can interact with us there as well. So please don't worry. Let's see, last 5 seconds.
Okay.
The poll. Yeah. Let me end the poll, Suryansh.
Yeah, let's go ahead and end the poll.
Okay,
I think that's great. We've got 72% people giving answer as yes, and 28% who have not tried it yet. That's fine. Now, here's an interesting question for you all learners coming up on your screen. Rasha, can we go to the next one? Answer in the chat box, please. You need to think of a product apart from smartphones, learners, that you have seen evolved into a tech product from being a simple, boring one. For example, when I was a child, we used to have that cable television in our house. It's huge one. And we used to have, remember those Pentium 3, Pentium 4 processors. Today, I think we all have moved on to iPads and whatnot, right? So give me quick on the chat box what all different products you've seen that have evolved in a tech platform. Okay, watch, excellent answer. Headphones, well done. Earphones, make sense, good. Someone said air conditioner, great job. Hurry up, learners. You could repeat answers just in case you're not able to, let's say, think of other products. You could repeat answers. Go ahead. Smart TV, good answer, Nitin. Laptop, perfect. Smartwatch, fan, Shubham, good. Tab, good answer, Kaushik. What else? Other learners? I think we'll give 10-15 more seconds. Doorbell, interesting answer. DVD, PC screen. I think whomsoever answered car, that's a good answer, Tanishka. We've got washer, medical devices, absolutely right, John. We've got blend, I think she's referring to blender if I'm not wrong. Laptops, fridge, smartwatches, car, Alexa, blender, wireless communication, perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Now I think you can stop using the chat box. And this was a small warm-up to what we were about
I
to go.
see video games as well on the YouTube live chat box as one of the responses.
Say it again, Rasha.
YouTube live chat box has
Oh
one.
yes, let's go to the YouTube as well. I'm there as well. So
Video
we've
games.
video games. Thank you for that answer. Yes, thank you. Sunglasses. All right, Rao. Telecom phones. Thank you. Now, I think you can stop using the chat box. And this was a quick warm up which was needed before we dive for the Nike project. Thank you for camera, VR, perfect virtual reality. Now I'll close the chat box, learners. Let's go to the next one, Rasha. Learners, so let's just do it. And let's do it in a product manager's way. What I'll do is I'll screen share now. So learners, what you will see now is an actual capstone taken from the course. There are 5 or 6 such capstones that a learner will be given to solve. What we are doing now is a live capstone taken from SP Jain's course, and I'll screen share now to show you that Nike Smart Shoe. Here we go. All learners, I would request you to let me know in the chat box when you can see my screen. All
Yeah,
right.
I have stopped sharing the
Yeah.
screen.
Thank you, Rasha. Again, at any moment, learners, you feel Suryansh audio video gone, not able to see you, hear you, just let us know. Um, Great. Learners, just quickly answer in the chat box. Is my screen visible? Perfect. Perfect. I think it's fine now. Learners, we'll not waste time in going through the entire capstone, reading the entire stuff. I'll just skim through the project and then I'll come to the key deliverables and then we can proceed. All right. So we're looking at Nike, we're looking at leveraging tech for growth. And let's see. So, learners, any capstone that will be given to you will have some kind of an overview, which will include, as you can see, a summary of the organization, wherein it's known for athletic footwear, apparel, equipment, so on and so forth. It will be telling you about the current state, as in what is the increase or decrease in the revenue, how is the company expanding sales channels, any recent happenings in the organization, yearly sales, and then you will be taken to the future state, wherein you will be told what is it that company is expecting to grow in the coming years. For example, focusing on digital, direct to customer, as we did previously, internal channels, we are looking at 50% increase in digital presence, so on and so forth. And based on your warm up of this entire, what do you say, capstone, you need to deliver the following task. These tasks will be our priority for this particular webinar. Therefore, Rasha, let's give all our learners around couple of minutes to go through these tasks. All right, learners, you got a couple of minutes. Take your time, read, and then we'll proceed. We'll have a 2-minute silence over here so that you all can read. I'll just scroll down. I hope you would have read the first line. And I'll just take a pause over here. Here we go. I'll just hide it. Yeah. Go ahead and have a quick read, learners. I think a minute more would be sufficient. And John, I would suggest you read on the screen itself because copies of the PDF will be shared with the students or the learners of this particular course. It's fine. I think I see someone who has just recently joined. I would request you to just read these 3 points and then we'll proceed. Okay, learners. I know many of you would have read and some of you would be reading. I'll just help you out in quick 30 seconds. All right. The task says that Nike is planning to leverage tech to improve its shoe business. Before I go with the next line, let's see, learners, how many of you are aware? Nike has its own app which is used by for running purposes, tracking your, let's say, calories burned, so on and so forth. Can anyone tell me the name of the app? Can anyone tell me the name of the app that Nike uses for that Nike uses, let's say, when they go for runs or for their exercises, they use that app to track their fitness or performance. It's a global app. Any learner would like to answer. All right, learners, just in case you're not able to get the name of the app, we'll come back to the question again towards the end of this session. By the time, let's continue. We need to design a smart shoe, learners. Now, remember this word smart shoe, it is a very generic word as we can see. It could mean anything. It could mean something else for someone who is a regular marathon runner. It could be something else for someone who usually goes for a casual run. Nike Run Club. Thank you so much, whomsoever answered. Now, smart means incorporating tech to deliver an upgraded experience to the customer. All right. We have got research and identify the customer segment to target and come up with their key pain points. So it says you first need to identify the customer segment which will be targeted using this smart shoe, and you need to identify what pain points do they have. This customer segment could be any segment where Nike would, looking forward for the next set of growth, and because it would be tech product, the customer should be tech savvy enough to respond and use the product. It says the vision drives the DNA. Each feature should follow the vision philosophy. A vision should define the brand, so on and so forth. We need to identify and prioritize features of this particular smart shoe. We need to provide reasons for prioritization. Every product has its pitfalls, and we need to identify the pitfalls and concerns that users might face. Okay. Now, learners, before we go ahead and break this particular capstone and I go ahead to create prototypes, let's begin with a very, very simple approach. All right. And that approach will come when Rasha will share her screen. Rasha, can you share your screen and can we go to the next slide? Yes. Okay. Can anyone answer this in the chat box for me, please? Tell me more about Nike's target audience. Anything. When I ask you for target audience, you can tell me that, okay, we're looking at people who, let's say, earn well, who are young, who are fitness enthusiasts, who are urban, rural. It could be any categorization depending on what you think. Athletes, sportsmen, youngsters. Great. We've got, sportsmen, good. Gen Zs, good answer. Sports person, urban population. Tech savvy and young, good answer. Max, we've got tech savvy, athletes. Other answers, what are we getting over here? Jordan fans, okay, gym enthusiasts, young children, young people who use Nike shoes, okay, with gym memberships, great. 10 to 40-year-old runners and athletes, perfect. Healthy lifestyle, great. Luxury, okay, all clients. Working class group who run in the evening around, okay. Runners, joggers, wide target buyers, fitness habits, below 25 years old, fashionable. All right, learners, 10 more seconds. Any more answers from your end? We are sportsmen, youngsters between 18 to 40. Purchasing power should be high. Okay. Seniors, healthy lifestyle. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, learners, with your answers, we have got some idea. What are we looking at? All right. Your ideas pertain that, okay, Suryansh, we are looking at people who are fitness enthusiasts, people who, let's say, are youngsters, who have good spending power, who like to run, and other, let's say, gym memberships and all that encompass, who prefer to live a healthy lifestyle. All right, great. Now, learners, thank you for those answers. Rasha, can we go to the next question? Okay, now before you answer this, learners, before you answer problems that Nike customers face, you all have given me certain segments that youngsters, people with high spending power. Think of a customer who uses Nike products, or maybe you yourself could be one of them, and tell me some problems that you think Nike customers face. And it could be any problem. Could be, let's say, while running, many a times I feel that shoelaces open up. Okay, worried about shoe getting dirty. Good. Come on, hurry up, learners. I would like to know as many problems as you could think of. Okay, what? Just give me a second. Let's see what all answers we are getting. Shoes that last longer. I can see anything on my screen. John, don't worry about your screen. Just if you're able to listen what I'm saying, focus on that, nothing else. Various sizes, fitting issue, connectivity to Wi-Fi. The feel inside the shoe is a problem. Okay, shoe that lasts longer. And shoes deteriorate too fast. I think that's a good answer, Michael. It's expensive, price of the product, shoe durability, models availability, worried about shoe dirty. I let's see what else. Various sizes, tear and wear, shoes, laces getting loosened. Good, Nathan. Not comfortable. Comfort level for walking and running should increase. First copy spoilers, size availability might be increased. Material for shoes, okay. It might face bad quality, okay. High prices, fake. Good. Safety for long runs, cogs. Hurry up, learners. I'll give maybe 20-30 seconds more. Inability to take to store. Okay, getting my shoes stolen. Models, shoe durability, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now just last 5 more seconds, learners. Before that, let's see what answers do we get. Okay, all right. Thank you. Now just give me 1 second because I was listening to all your answers and I've got a good grip of what you all were saying. So let us begin now with something different. And just give me a moment. I'll
Do
keep
you
this
want me
thing ready.
to stop sharing my screen?
No, we're good. We're good. Comfortable. Now, learners, stop sending your answers by the time. Yeah, stop sending. Learners, this particular session is about creating a smart shoe. It could, as I said, it could mean different for different people. Think about a smart shoe, whatever it comes to your mind, whatever comes to your mind. And and I'm not going to ask you about those features. I'm going to ask you, Rasha, next slide. Tell me more about the adopters of this new product. Go ahead. Tell me who all you think could be the one who could adopt this new product. We'll not discuss features now. We'll not discuss, what problems they'll solve, how they will solve, but just by getting to know a tech platform within a shoe, who could be the early adopters who could be pretty happy to jump on this particular product and at least go ahead and try it, no matter even if the price is a little high. So we got athletes, track of fitness, fitness freaks, shoe lover, techies, students, young generation, gym freak age, okay, celebrities, fitness people, influencers, good, professional learners, athletes, tracking activities, failures, young crowd, universities, Zen. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Anyone else would like to pitch in? Coaches, good answer, Karthik. Coaches, elite sportsmen, Nike lovers, loyal customers. Great. We'll give 30 seconds more. Go ahead, learners. Let's see what all responses we are getting. Okay. Now, learners, stop typing whatever you're typing now and hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. You have covered well. You've told me the target audience of Nike. You have told me, let's say, Suryansh, these are the problems that the target audience faces. And Suryansh, I believe these are the features, oh, sorry, these are the target audiences who could be the adapters of the tech product that we are creating. We are good. We are good till now. All right. The next question, learners, you have to listen to it very carefully and you need to answer without thinking. Whatever comes to your mind first, you just need to keep typing. Over here, we are looking at something known as quantity over quality. Clear? You don't need to think. Rasha and learners, just give me a second. I'll be noting down your answers. So maybe you need to type pretty fast. All right, let's go. Rasha, can we go to the next slide now? Learners, start creating features rapid fire. This means whatever features of this smart shoe come to your mind, start typing it now without thinking. Immediate features without thinking, learners. For example, flashy color, GPS, good, chip, good. Keep typing, learners. I'm looking at maximum answers in 1 minute. I think 30 seconds we'll keep it. GPS, chip tracking, fashion shoes, great. Aesthetic look, can modify spike, okay. Track of steps, measuring vitals, tracking, compatibility, camera, multi devices, chips, biometrics, design, track, durable, great. Go ahead, learners. Balance, Okay, we've got position, comfortable, health tracker, changing alerts. 10 more seconds, learners. Keep typing. I would like to see as many answers as possible. Hurry up. We are looking at looks good. Trackers, 7, 8 seconds more. Reminders. Go ahead, learners. There could be multiple answers that you could think of. Great. Now size change, hydration. Thank you. Stop, 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 stop. Now, the moment I say the next question, you can take around 5 seconds and then you need to start answering. Rasha, can we go to the next one? Think more. Now you need to think of features which come to your mind after putting in some efforts, not immediate. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now start answering. Whatever features you think could be a little different from simple features that immediately struck your mind. Go ahead, learners. Attend calls, mini torch, no laces, camera, great, air circulation. We'll give 30 seconds more. Lighting, step counter. Calories lost, connect to the smartphone, smartwatches, good grip, not painfulness, automatic sweat removal, connect with smartwatch. Okay, thank you. Now, learners, stop typing, stop typing, stop typing, stop typing. This is where your best of creativity will come. You can take one line to answer now. You don't, if you feel that Surya, not possible to write it in, 1 or 2 words, I would like to take one full line or something. You can take that. But Rasha, can we go to the next slide now? You need to think of the best features that you could think of for this particular smart shoe. Hold on. Should be out of the box. Maybe something we have never seen. Maybe different modes of usage. Great. Now think more and give me answers that, okay, that makes us all feel, wow, this is something that's we never thought of. Steps calculator. Think more. SOS button. Footfall. Think more. Health analysis. Affordable. Okay, using tech, you can make the shoe affordable. Okay, good for if synced in water, auto flow. That's good. Do not require hold by hand. Excellent. I mean, look at Rasha. Look at the answers we are getting. Roller skate shoes, convertible. That's great. Connect with multiple devices. Quickly dry. Good, Karthik. Go ahead, learners. Waterproof shoe locator. Think more, learners. Think more. What else could be done? I think there's no, what do you say, no harm in coming with crazy ideas. Like someone mentioned, it could turn into roller skates. I mean, that's good. Go ahead. Automatic fit, flying. Okay. Can be used to check blood pressure. Great. Absorb more, adaptable for each customer. Predict illnesses. Great. Automatic connect with device at hand. Perfect, Kaushik. Um, Velcro mechanism. Okay. Rasha, look at this answer by Shubham. It says Velcro mechanism to wall on the wall. Okay. Transforms, AI enabled, can be transport solution which is self-propelled. Great. Got a lot of options. Should location detection. Last 10 seconds, learners. Measure body temperature. 5 more seconds. Automatic tightening or change to matching color. That's great. Changing grip based on surface. Good, Ramesh. Custom build. Thank you. Now, thank you. Learners, stop typing, stop typing, stop typing. Stop typing, it's fine. Provide data to my phone. Perfect. Now, now. Stop writing. Stop writing. We'll hold on for a moment. We'll hold on for a moment. We'll relax because we had back-to-back things. Now, I'll take a moment to come back to the capstone and then I'll tell you what all activities you have actually completed. All right. Rasha, can you stop sharing? I'll quickly share my screen again.
Sure.
Learners, by the way, this is the way a capstone is conducted in my session when I take capstone sessions for SP Jain. So what you're experiencing now is a real session. The only thing is that we take around 1 hour or so for each capstone. That's the usual time that we give for each capstone when we are doing it for the first time. So there is a session in which we take up the capstone for the first time, we give it an hour. 6 hours for six capstones, and then we have something known as a doubt clearing sessions, which is for 3 hours. So half an hour for each capstone. So if a learner has got stuck at any capstone and they have doubt before submitting, they could have a, what do you say, kind of a feedback. All right, learners, let's come back. You know what? Research, identify the customer segment to target and come up with key pain points. Well done, learners. Now, learners, many a times as product managers, you're going to see words like research, identify, come up with key pain points. These, let's say, these tasks are not something which will take a lot of creativity. These are something, for example, you clearly answered in a moment, whom do you think is Nike's customer audience? You clearly answered key pain points faced by that customer audience. Sometimes these kind of tasks would also include knowing the vision and mission of the company, which are quite easy to Google and find out. Therefore, tasks like research, identifying, they will not take much of your time as a product manager when you're solving or when you're taking up a project. All right. Now, the question comes when the client, or let's say the recruiting, the firm you have applied for, the recruiting firm increases your level by mentioning this. The customer segment could be any segment where Nike would like to get growth. And because it would be a tech product, let's focus over here. It says Nike would like to get growth. This is where your research comes in more. You need to figure out what Nike is looking forward, or areas Nike is looking forward to expand its presence. For example, as we look up this scenario, it says Nike is focusing on digital and D2C as it previously did. So either hints would be there in the capstone, or certain hints you need to figure out by doing some secondary research. All right. And let's say it says because it would be a tech product, customer should be tech savvy enough to respond. It should be vision of the, let's say vision drives their DNA. Each feature should follow vision philosophy. You see certain points like these do not require any action point. They're only reminding you that if you're talking of Nike, I request you not to make a formal shoe, because some people might think that smart shoe, we're making a smart shoe, right? It could be anything. So it could also be used for formal wear. It should be a party wear, or it could be, let's say, used for playing cricket, so on and so forth. So they're reminding you, please keep the vision and the DNA of the product in mind. It has to be something related to sports or fitness at least. Learners, the place where you as a PM would spend your majority of the time is this area. Research, identify, prioritize features, prioritize them, provide reasoning for prioritization. Every product has pitfalls. Let's break it down one by one. You have already told me features of this particular smart shoe. Remember, easy ones, little difficult ones, and the most thoughtful ones. You've already told me this. Now, the reason why we talk of prioritization, learners, whenever you get a capstone from a recruitment firm, they'll always mention this word prioritize. The reason is they would like to see what logic goes behind prioritization, because you can't launch 100 features in a single shoe. That's not possible. We all have used fintech products, and they usually begin with, let's say, mobile recharges, so on and so forth, later add insurance, loans, so on and so forth. So you need to prioritize. Now, coming back to your part, learners, keep your chat boxes ready. I want you to give me an answer like this. Only in this format, learners. I want you to give me, just give me a second. I'll show you here. In this format, learners, prioritize your features and give it to me. Quick. Only in this line, 1 point. If you want to know how do you get to the next line, press shift enter. Press shift enter, you will come to the next line. So feature 1, feature 2, feature 3. Go ahead, learners. Give me top 3 features from what all features you have seen me speaking. You have seen answers from other learners. You have given your answers. Top 3 features, learners. I would like you to tell me now in the chat box according to you. Prioritize now. Hurry up, learners. Rasha will give them a couple of minutes more. And then, what is it? Nomika, I would request you to give it in 1, 2, or 3 points so that I can see the prioritization part. Or if you can't, let's say, go to the next line, just separate it by comma. For example, feature 1, comma, feature 2, comma, feature 3. You could give me this way as well, learners. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think my messages are going directly to Rasha. It's just give me a second. It's not getting to you all,
Yes,
everyone.
let me
Yeah,
also check
yeah.
if
Just
it's
give me answers this. Okay, good. Michael has given GPS, camera, activity tracking. Perfect. And we have got Bluetooth connectivity, heart rate monitor, speaker. Excellent. GPS tracking, spikes change, VR as a second. Good. Great. Now learners, keep giving me your priorities. Keep giving me your priorities. Hurry up. I got a couple of minutes more with me. Hurry up. I would like to know your priorities. And then I'll ask you the next question. Durability, order smart headset, health points of person, chargeable, GPS tracker, Bluetooth, vitals. Great. All right, learners. Maybe a minute more. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds more. Thank you. GPS, health, recording. Perfect. AI enabled. Thank you, learners. Now, we'll take a pause over here. We'll take a pause. We have done the prioritization part, and this makes us that we've completed prioritization of features. Over here, as we can see, prioritization is done. Identify prioritization is done. You need to figure out pitfalls and so on and so forth customers might face. I'll take a moment's pause now. Learners, till now, you've given me variety of answers on how the product should look like. Great. Now you need to tell me, if you were to solve this particular capstone, how would you give it? My question for you is, Suryansh, it's simple. We'll create a Word file, save it as PDF, and share it with the concerned person. Or Suryansh, I'll make a PowerPoint, I'll make a video. Go ahead. How do you think different ways in which you can submit this capstone? Go ahead, tell me. PPT, correct. Go ahead. Safely. Okay, safety plus plus. Okay. Info session, PPT, PDF. Great. Go ahead, learners. PPT. Okay. PowerPoint slides make sense. TikTok video. Okay. Project vision document, PPT. Okay. What else? What else? We're looking at PPT. Now, learners, a small question for you. A small question, and you need to answer me honestly. All right. Let's say this particular capstone of Nike was given to you by a recruitment firm called Google. All right, take this as an example. Google is hiring for product managers and it has floated this particular capstone, solve it and give it to me. Now stop answering that question. And you need to tell me, if Google has floated this kind of capstone for people to solve so that Google can recruit product managers, how many people do you think will reply? Any idea? Say it's opening in your own country. Let's say Google is hiring in India for product managers. They're given this capstone to solve. How many people do you think will apply? 1,000, a lot of people, right? Lakhs, good. 3,000. In fact, one person will submit 3 times. Correct? Millions. Now, over here comes a problem. If, let's say, 100 people, let's say, are supposed to apply for this, even if a single person is sitting over there to evaluate and read your answers, then to send you to the next round, the efficiency with which I'll be reading the first PPT would be good, but the efficiency with which I'll be reading the 91st PPT will be horrible. So God forbid if your answer comes up as 92, 81st, 82nd, my thinking ability will not be as sufficient or efficient as it was earlier. And PPTs and PDFs are easily possible today to create. Answers are easily possible to get through what tool, learners? What tool can generate any text you want, any idea you want on any topic in this world? Can anyone help me with ChatGPT? Perfect. ChatGPT, AI, right? So what makes you apart that you should be selected? Copilot, right? So this is where learners, you are going to create a live working prototype of how this tech platform of Nike Smart Shoe will look like. Of course, Power BI is there. You can create reports, but for that you need data. Now I'm going to show you on screen share, learners. Just give me a second. How we create a prototype of any tech platform free of cost. And of course, you don't need any coding. You don't. All you need is just need a laptop. That's it. Just give me a moment. I'll come back. Can anyone guess what tools could be used for this particular activity? Any guesses? What tools can be used? Go ahead. Any guesses? Okay, UX and BI. Okay, here we go, learners, and we're gonna use a very simple tool. Figma. That's correct. Figma could be done. Just give me a moment. I'll screen share my entire screen. Learners, is my screen visible? Yes or no? Hello, learners. My screen is visible. Let me know quick in the chat box. Visible. Great. So, learners, we are going to use something known as Balsamiq. It is similar to Figma. Okay, here we are. I'll just take quick features I'll take for this particular. Let's say we are making the first prototype of the tech platform, and we'd like to show minimum features possible because we don't, because of time shortage, we'll not be able to create the entire tech platform. So let's have a login screen. Great. Let's have a login screen. Then we'll also have a home page. Great. And learners, quickly tell me 2 or 3 things that you would like to see on the home page. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Home page of this particular product. What you would like to see on the home page of this particular tech platform. Quickly let me know in the chat box. Hurry up. So that I'll note those things down. Hurry up. Let's say new features. Yeah, go ahead. What features? What features? Home page. Let's say it will show you your name, it will show you your profile picture. What else? What else? What else? Logo, Nike logo. That's great. Tools pick. Okay, banners, discounts, location. That's great. Location. Okay, we could keep it this way. Homepage. Okay, let's keep a section for fitness as well. So let's try with these things. All right, we'll keep this as our guiding principle here, and let's open your first project. Learners, just all of you, those who are seeing Balsamiq for the first time, you don't need to be an engineer to use this. All you need to do is, just give me a moment, go to Google, type Balsamiq, and Google sign in. That's it, and you're free to use Balsamiq. Learners, this is the screen that you get once the first time you open Balsamiq. Let's delete all of these. What do you say? Let's begin afresh. All right. Okay, because I think opened multiple things. That's the reason it is. All right, we're looking at new wireframe. Now, learners, since we are creating, let's say, a tech platform, I'll I'll keep it here. Right. Let's add a quick smartphone. What do you think? Let's add a smartphone over here, and we'll keep it smartphone. I'll zoom out a little bit. Yes, looks fine. Now let's make a quick login screen. So for that, let's have a quick subtitle over here. Text subtitle. It is very similar to what we see in Microsoft PowerPoint. We'll name it Nike Techie. Could be anything. Let's have Nike Techie and let's have a login. All right. So we'll have a very simple login. We'll use something known as text label, and we'll have it over here wherein you need to enter your email ID / phone number, copy paste. And over here, you can mention password. All right. Keep it like this. And we'll just have a, what do you say, text input box here for users to enter their password and contact details. And we'll have a simple login button over here. Learners, what I'm doing right now is I'm using a tool called Balsamiq, and as a part of SPGen course, I personally train you for 4 tools: Balsamiq, Jira, Mixpanel, and Google Analytics. So whatever doing, if you're not able to understand that, how do I open this and all, don't worry. It's a part of your curriculum. I'll just move Nike Techie here. That's a simple login page ready. Now learners, let's rename it. We'll name it as login. And you know what? Let's add a new wireframe. Let's bring the same smartphone over here. Let's zoom out and keep it over here. Great. Now let's add profile on the top right section, right? Do we have an option of profile? Yes. Do we have a profile circle? Let's say I'll use this, or I can use, yeah, I can use this. Use a regular. So this is an icon for my profile. If I want, I can have it in a circle as well. So I'll place the circle on top of it. I'll right click on it and I'll say send backward. So I've created a user profile also. All right. Just give me a second. Cool. Now, the next thing someone said was let's have a Nike logo, right? So you don't bring images because it's a prototype. So we'll just give it a simple picture as smiley. Let's keep this. All right. Let's say this is our Nike logo over here. Now we'll have, let's say, a small message over here which says fitness center. We are here at the fitness center. Great. Now let's have some charts. What do you think? Let's have your calorie burn kind of a thing. All right. So do we have a pie chart over here? Yes. Let's bring a pie chart over here. And let's have a small label which says running time weekly, something like this. So now we have got it here. And someone was mentioning add a device, right? Add the nearest device, right? So let's have a plus button over here. And here you have an option wherein you can add your shoe. All right. Clicking on this button will add your shoe to this particular app. And we can also have an advertisement of Nike shoe. Let's say we bring in a rectangle, we place it over here and we expand it, and then we'll just round the corners and we'll simply name it advertisement. All right. So if I click over here, I will be directed to the Nike website. And if I click on plus, I can add a new shoe. Rename it as homepage and we are good. If I come over here, I'll now link learners. I can link this particular screen to homepage. Now I can click on the play button, close, okay, login, and over here. Similarly, I can create a new, what do you say, wireframe, so that I can click on plus and I can create a new page that will take me to the add a shoe. The best part of this learners is I can export it as a PDF and just give me a moment, export. Now I can share this as a PDF that you will see now. Just give me a second. As you can see here, login, it comes here. So learners, you have created a working prototype without having even a single line of code. This is how you solve capstones. And this is how you create prototypes based on prioritizing features. And this is how your daily job role of a product manager will look like. All right, Rasha, I think I took more than the designated time, but I believe, you know, uh, we had a good journey wherein we covered, let's say, the entire part how a capstone can be solved.
Thank you so much, Suryansh. I think they wouldn't mind us extending for some more time. I think we're enjoying the session. So
Hmm.
let us know, folks. You don't mind us extending for a few more minutes, right? So, also, I hope you're taking amazing screenshots and screen grabs of the session, and you can share your insights as well after the webinar, tagging Suryansh and our Simplylearn handle. I've shared the links here, so you can do that after the webinar. So now that you have covered such an interesting project demo, Suryansh, so let's see if they were paying attention as well, right? So let's have a few set of quizzes as well before we move on to the program review here. So are you folks ready for the quiz? I think we're still getting responses from the project demo.
Okay. So
Okay.
we can launch the quiz now.
Yeah,
Learners,
question.
the quiz will be there.
Questions, please put it on the Q&A now, because now Suryan should be looking at the Q&A whenever he
Okay.
gets the time for your questions. So now quickly let's do the basically quiz here. So let's start with the quiz poll here. Which tools are we going to use for developing prototypes? So let
Okay.
me launch.
Yeah, by the time you'll answer this, um, one learner has asked a good question which says that what's the difference between a UI UX designer and a product manager? I think that's Rimly. I'll answer your question, Rimly. First, let's just quickly proceed because that question would require some kind of a background, a small story.
Yeah.
That time you will be able to understand better. I can answer it in 1 or 2 lines, but it will be better if you could understand it using a personal example. All right. I think we are good. We can cancel the poll. We can end the poll now.
Awesome. I'll share the results also.
Okay. I think we're good. 78% people have given the right answer. That's Balsamiq. That's great. Let's quickly go to the next one because now this will cover something which we didn't teach. Is it wise to create prototypes and tech products before developing? Quickly answer, learners, because we didn't create a Nike app by coding. We just created a simple working prototype. So my question is it wise to do that while creating tech products? Why do waste time in creating this PDFs when the final product will be an app, right, Rasha? So let's see what learners would like to answer over there. Let's give them 10 more seconds because a follow up question would be even more interesting. Okay, let's end the poll, Rasha. And okay, 97% people have told yes. Before I give them yes or no, what's the correct answer? Let's go to the next question. Is it applicable to all industries? All those who answered, 97% people. You said that it is wise to create in tech products. So my question is, then it should be applicable to all industries? Yes or no? And if a learner is saying no, you need to give an answer in the chat box. Which industry do you think it is not applicable if you're saying no? Okay. Hurry up, learners. Okay, great. Hurry up. That's a good answer, Joe's Pino, right? So, one learn as a small story over here. I'll just take 30 seconds more. When we were undergoing some trainings in Accenture, so the trainer who was there, he said, okay, so you all agree with Agile and all of these making prototypes, right? So one day, following these prototype kind of a thing, someone created a MRI machine, right? I hope you all know what's an MRI machine. You lie down and, it goes in, you go in a small kind of a tunnel and then machine does something and then you get a report, right? So he was from tech industry, so he created the first prototype wherein the person would lie down. So the person came, lie down, and the person went inside the machine. So the client was very happy that great, we're happy with this. So he said, now bring the person out. He said that was not planned in the first prototype. That was planned to be in the coming prototype. So learners, yes, it is necessary in tech industry. But in certain industries, for example, real estate, you can't create a first floor and then say, "Oh, I think something went wrong." Instead of creating the remaining 10 floors, let's break this down and then we'll do something. So in real estate, it's just not possible. You can't create half of a mall and say, "Okay, we did something wrong." Similarly, you can't do it in manufacturing also. Once your car is approved, you can't go ahead and say, okay, oh, I think we need to call back 5,000 cars and change the design and launch again. So that's not going to work. So certain industries, yes, it's not applicable. Some other principles over there are applicable, which are similar to what we are learning over here. All right. I think we are good, Rasha. Can we go to the next one? What else we've got? This is something, learners, we created some things, right? Click one. When I said click plus, we'll add a new. So what are those things called? In PowerPoint, they're called slides. What do you think they're called in Balsamiq? It was written on the screen. I think I didn't speak it out. It was written on the screen. Let's say, learners, how many of you were looking at it? And time's up now, learners. 5 seconds more and time's up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are good, learners. Close the poll, close the poll. Let's see. Oh, that's great, Rasha. 87% people were actually looking at the screen because they read the word wireframe over there. That's good. That's good. Next one. Next one. Now, this last question, I believe it's a little tricky. This is something I didn't cover over here. Yes. Google Analytics was used for. I didn't use Google Analytics, but let's see. Can you make a wild guess? I just used a word that I train learners on 4 tools, and Google Analytics was one of them. What do you think Google Analytics could be used for? 5 more seconds. And Rasha, let's end the poll. Great, great, great. So learners, when we are looking at SPGen's course, we begin, especially my tools training, we begin with Balsamiq, wherein we train you with some basic principles of Agile on what is a prototype, why do you need a prototype, and we create multiple prototypes so you know how to use the tool and how to put your creativity and imagination in a, let's say, clickable platform. You saw it in PDF, right? You clicked and you could access, you could actually use it like a real-time app. After this is done, we go to the next tool, which is called Jira. Because to run any product manager's team, you need a tool wherein you can track what activity or what task is everyone else doing in the team. This is where the next tool comes, Jira. Once we train you how to create prototypes, how to run a tool to run a team, then we go on to certain tools that help you once the product is launched. Therefore, we have 2 tools, Google Analytics and Mixpanel. These 2 tools give you real-time insights on how your product is performing. That's the reason they are used for getting insights of our product performance. Balsamiq is used for creating wireframes and developing new features. Jira is also used for managing team for creating new features or solving current problems. So good 65% people, good job. That's the right answer. And Rasha, I think I'll request you to take over now.
Sure.
I think we had a really engaging session. We with good, more than expected responses in the chat box all the time, and plus almost everyone gave the correct answers in the polls as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Suryansh. So we just summarized the Nike with the modern day product management approach. This project was taken up from the SPGN product management program, which we'll be covering up next. Now, let me quickly also, do a quick poll. So now that you're here and we know that you are interested in product management, you're curious about it, and from the responses we got in here, you actually are getting better at it. So let's launch a quick poll to understand what exactly is stopping you from becoming an expert product manager. This one is a multiple choice poll. You can select multiple options because there can be multiple concerns, right, when it comes to pursuing a career in product management. So you can see the 4 quick options here. I'll just read out for you. So the first one here is I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. Second one, I wouldn't get the practical exposure I need to become job ready. And the third one, I find it difficult to learn from record videos. And the fourth one, my work schedule won't allow me enough time for learning. That makes sense because a lot of you are working professionals. So I'm pretty sure you folks will be voting for that one for sure. So yeah, let's give it 10 seconds. Meanwhile, I see most of you have already started responding. Also now, all the questions, please direct them towards the Q&A box because now that is where the speaker will be basically paying attention to the Q&A box whenever he gets the time. If not, we have a Q&A session towards the end. So please have a little patience and keep your questions related to the topic and the program will be covering. So yeah. Awesome. Last 5 seconds for the poll here. I see most of you have already responded. So last 5 seconds for the folks who are still responding. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me quickly end the poll and also share the results with you folks and our speaker. Let's see what have you voted for. Okay, 67% us for I wouldn't get the practical exposure, I need to become job ready. I think the project demo we did, I think that proves that you can showcase your project practical experience here while working on the basically projects we have in the program. Not only this one, we have many other projects you can work on. We'll be talking more about that. And 37% is for my work schedule won't allow me in Franco learning. That makes sense, as I mentioned, that you folks are working professionals, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty hard to manage, other sort of commitments, when it comes to studying anything, or upskilling. 20% of you have voted for I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum, and 14% is for I find it difficult to learn from pre-recorded videos. So thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Rasha, I'll add just one small point over here. It's fine because I think I heard a good answer from learners, which was saying that I don't have the practical exposure. I need to become a job ready product manager, right? I think 67% people answered this was somewhere around that figure, right? So, learners, I'll give you a small answer or an example over here. Right, 67% people face this issue. So before I joined this webinar at 3:30 p.m. today, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m., I had, because we conduct this as well, I had two career counseling sessions. Now, those were individual career counseling sessions, half an hour each, wherein the learners have completed the particular course. They've completed the SPGN's course and now they're applying for jobs. Now, what we do with Simplylearn is they get in a call with me and they tell me that Suryansh, I've completed the course. Now I need to find jobs. This is one problem with which they all face, that they are not from tech industry. They don't have the practical experience of a PM to become job ready, right? They could be from different fields. They could be HR, they could be finance, they could be hardware, they could be customer service, they could be anything and everything in the world. We don't know, right? So in that half an hour, what I do is I take notes. I'll show you how. I'll just share my screen, Rasha. One
Sure.
last, maybe I'm exceeding time a lot, but I'm really sorry. I thought this would be helpful for learners to know better.
Yeah, sure. No worries, no worries.
So what I do is, as you can see, learners over here, just give me a second. I usually take notes of what they are currently and how they can get better. Just give me a second. As you can see over here, it's Prabhu, Ankit. So today I had a session with Prabhu, which city you're from, the course that you've completed, your background, what are your interests, and this is for Ankit. Now you are working as a manager in this place, you've done your BTech. So what we do is we understand where you are right now, and once that is done, we, what do you say, curate stories so that you, when you pitch yourself as a product manager, it does not appear that you are someone with no job experience or no previous previous work experience of a product manager. So this is one part which our learners faced a lot. So we started with this career counseling wherein we create stories in your resumes. Change this so that it doesn't look like you're from this background. So these are few steps that we help you in personally, apart from the regular resume sessions and all that Simplylearn does. So this is on my own behalf that I am a part of, I can share with you all. So that part, 67% people, we're not job ready and practical experience. So this is how we cater to that experience. Capstones is one, and this is through the individual career counselings that we take up. Over to you, Rash.
Yeah, and introducing you to the SPGN School of Global Management Product Management Professional Certificate Program, which Suryansh was talking about. So quickly introducing you, this program duration is of 6 months. You can just complete it by giving 3 to 5 hours per week. Keeping in mind, you might be a working professional. And also this program comes with a comprehensive curriculum with a learning path. We'll be talking about this industry aligned learning path in much detail in the upcoming slides. Suryansh will be, taking us through that. And also we have online live discussions which supplement self-paced learning, which I think you have seen a very good amount of that. And also we have integrated assignments, quizzes for practical learning. We'll be sharing that in the learning environment. Basically, once you're done with the program, once you take up the program, how exactly the learning management system looks like from Simplylearn, what exactly Simplylearn provides here. So moving on to the SPGN advantage here. So SPGN, I think we all know, it has its campuses in the dynamic business hubs of Dubai, Mumbai, Singapore, and Sydney, and it offers multi-city undergraduate and BG programs. This one is a professional certificate program, and also it is one of global MBA programs are ranked by international publications such as Forbes, Times Higher Publication, Education, Wall Street Journal, Economist, Financial Times, and many more such publications. It is accredited by TE USA, Australia, and KHTA UAE, and CPA Singapore. And also it has basically campuses, as you can see, over Dubai, Singapore, and Mumbai here. And also global rankings here. Let's talk about that. So it comes in top 20 in the world for, Forbes Best International First Year MBAs. And also number 4 in the world for Times Higher Education, Wall Street Journal for, again, like 1 year MBAs here. It has been in top 100 in the world for the Economist, by the Economist for full-time MBAs ranking. And also number 1 in Dubai for global, by Global Brand Magazines UK in 2015. And number 1 in the UAE by Nielsen for MBA salary audit report. Here also a top 100 in the world by Financial Times for the global MBA rankings in 2011-2012. So it's just to summarize quickly, the advantage of SPJN and what are the global rankings here. Also, as you can see, it is SPJN basically is influenced by the community it has of PR academic faculty. The faculty basically they come from best business schools like Harvard, Duke, Cornell, Oxford, Cambridge, Warwick, and over 70% of their core faculty have doctoral degrees. So you get to be a part of these business class faculties here. Also, they hail from 5 continents and span a diverse research expertise in design thinking, globalization, digital decision making, and value creation. And also, student evaluation feedback is typically very high, and it has a mix of academic and corporate faculties here. And their rich experience span institutes such as INSEAD, UCLA, York University, University of Western Australia, and the National University of Singapore. This is just to name a few of the things which act as an advantage. Now, who exactly will be an ideal candidates for this program? Existing product managers who want to improve their foundation and skills from associate to senior level, minimum 2 years of experience, and also aspiring product managers who plan to move to a PM role and have minimum 2 years of experience in any field. Moving on to the eligibility and the requisites of the program. So to take up this program, the candidates can come from a non-program product management background, and they are welcome. And you need to have a bachelor's degree for taking up this program. Also, you need to have at least 2 years of work experience in any field. It is preferred, but it is not compulsory. If you have any kind of experience, that is definitely, acts as an advantage. But if you don't have it, it is not a compulsion for taking up this program. Now, moving on to how this program prepares you. So starting with the learning part of the program. So Suryansh, if you can take us through how this program exactly builds the product management skills step by step, starting with the orientation for the project management professional certification, which Simplylearn does, and moving on to the learning path here of the program.
Thank you so much, Rasha. All right, I hope learners you're still with me. And as I'll explain this, amazingly beautiful ladder that is made. Before this, I'll just tell you a small story, learners. All right. When I joined Accenture after completing my MBA, I was given one particular portion of a pre-existing product. The name of the product was Discover I, and I was what is commonly called as a APM, wherein I was taking care of the finance industry in that particular tool, that particular product. So we had 5 industries: oil and gas, finance, manufacturing. So I was in charge of the finance, and we used to work with the finance industry professionals to get this entire product live based on their features. My role was working with only one industry and looking at how my product manager was handling all industries with the tech team. So first 6 months since I was new, all they did was they made me work only with my industry, talk to those people, what are their feature requirements. From our end, we requested them for these particular enhancements. What has been the update on that? Okay, now slowly you start working with the tech team as well, because these features have maximum dependency on your industry. Therefore, start talking to tech team. That's how they grew me from an APM role. And after 6 months, there was some change in the organization, and I was made the product manager for the entire product. Now that meant there is a team of 18 industry professionals. There is a team of, let's say, 7 to 10 developers, UI, UX, and of course, there is your client who is the leadership. At one go, in a single day, you're working with, let's say, beginning with UI, UX, getting their ideas or getting their designs, posting it to the leadership, getting their approval, communicating it with those 18 industry professionals, getting their go ahead, getting their buy in. And once they agree, okay, this is what we're looking at, going back to the tech team, getting a small one feature release, getting it tested by those 18 people, again taking feedback. Therefore, it required round and round again and again. Now, as a PM, we're supposed to have good knowledge about those 18 industries so that you must know what those people are talking of. Moreover, you must have knowledge what those 18 people are doing. You have some knowledge of tech team, what they're talking of. If they talk of something related to cloud and all, you shouldn't be looking at them with a blank face. Similarly, working with UI UX. Therefore, your journey would encompass designing the product strategy. Your journey would include creating prototypes so that the UI UX person understands what you're talking of. This is where the ladder comes in. All right, you begin with, let's say, setting up a simple mindset of becoming a product manager, mastering the product manager discipline, knowing your career, embracing your growth mindset. Then we increase the level. We go ahead to have integrating design thinking. We have consumer insights, designing the business model. You all did it for Nike, right? Marketing part, you all did it for Nike, wherein you told that this should be the target market for the new smart shoe that we are building. Then you go ahead, because this is what I did as a APM when I joined Accenture. After this, as I told you, started interaction with the tech team, building wireframes. This is where the third part, which begins with UX design for product managers, developing a wireframe, blueprint, product lifecycle management. This is where your these questions or these parts will start building up. This comes a little later in your career. And the last part, of course, is the capstone, as you can see over here. This is where you are made in charge of the product. So this particular ladder has been kept in mind, keeping a career wherein you begin with a very simple introduction, so and so your job roles, easy going. Then you go ahead and you start knowing the product more, you start knowing the customers better, and then you start creating those wireframes, talking to different teams, getting the job done, taking up the responsibility before finally being the overall in charge who is answerable to the client. So this ladder is synonymous to the career that you're gonna have as a product manager, no matter what organization you join. Over to you, Rasha.
Thank you so much, Suryansh, for taking us to the learning path. Now, talking about the electives, generative AI for product managers, product management masterclasses by industry experts, and product management mentoring sessions. So these are the electives. They come as a part of the
Sure.
program.
Can I add one more small part, Rasha, on this, if it's fine? Because I'm also the trainer for generative AI for product managers. Learners, if you think wherein I'll teach you how to use Chat GPT or Google Bard, forget it. It's not that easy. So how we're gonna go about this course, learners, is I've prepared around 150 or 200 scenarios, and on the call, as in the Zoom call, this is how the session is conducted. It's there on this Saturday as well. You will be given a scenario on your screen, and you need to use Chat GPT to solve that scenario. The scenario could be anything. That the scenario is your client has asked you to narrow down to any one of the cloud service providers. He would like to know some details, which one to prefer. Use Chat GPT to solve this problem. So you need to know what to ask Chat GPT first. So learners, this is again a scenario base. So you'll get 150 scenarios that a PM will face. So that once you land up in a job, when you see that scenario, you know if AI tools are useful, how they are useful. Over to you, Rasha.
Thank you so much, Shreyansh. And also the industry aligned projects, which you can add to your portfolio. I think you have done a very good job talking about the Nike, project here. But then there are so many other projects in this program which
Right,
they, also
right.
basically pursue.
Correct. So learners, what happens? This is again through your feedback and getting to know learners better. We've come to know that when you apply for jobs, you really don't have a product manager's experience in the background, and because of which it acts as a hindrance for you to take up new roles. All right, this is what we had seen in the earlier scenarios. Keeping this in mind, the capstone project solves around 70 to 80% of your problem, because a capstone is some kind of a hands-on job that you have done as a PM. And with these big brand names, they appear to be catchy. Let's say if you're looking as joining a fintech firm for a product manager, and I'm the one looking at your resume. I see that you have solved certain capstones which are pertaining to Netflix, wherein how do you retain subscribers, right? So that it shows that you've got some knowledge as a fresher of working with Balsamiq and some tools. You have shown it through a capstone how this particular problem can be solved. So it gives me as a recruiter some confidence, because English and all everyone can type, but completion of capstones, making up of Balsamiq wireframes, of Jira, those things can only be done by someone who has hands-on experience on those tools. So your portfolio of projects enhances your chances of getting selected, despite being the fact you are a fresher. Let's accept it, but we need to make it better, and Capstone solves 70 to 80% of that problem. Remaining problem, we try to cover it out using our career counseling sessions. So Capstones, your portfolio learners, makes your resume selected.
Thank you so much for that, Suryansh. And also moving on to the demand salaries here we have. If you can share with us the career progression here, as we can see that they can start with an associate, an assistant product manager, and then they can move up to the position of VP product management as well. So what happens in between, and definitely the salaries are important, right? I can also quickly show them. Let's show them real time numbers as well.
Well, let's just go to, you pick up one product, you pick up one platform, I'll pick the other one.
Sure, let's do that. Let's open a global platform for jobs, for example, DICE. So let's quickly go and search how many product jobs do we have here. This mostly will be showcasing for the US, I think. Yeah, so we can see it is basically, this is for the US, basically location. We have almost 1,700 plus jobs here. And you can see the companies which are hiring for positions like principal product designer and product manager, product manager AI. That's interesting. So yeah, these are basically one of the, one of the very few global jobs platform where you can see the real-time numbers of product management jobs here. And for Indian earners also, I can show a quick example, Naukri.com, right? So we all use it. And product jobs here as well. Let's just quickly go and check.
ले आना प्लीज, इसका अच्छा चल रहा है. हाँ.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I almost 1,40,000 jobs here. Wow. In India region. And you can see the product jobs here. Let me basically search for a product manager job instead, just to shorten the results here for this targeted job role. So we still see like 800 plus jobs here.
800 plus jobs, right?
Currently, if you're looking today, we have 800 jobs.
And on LinkedIn, I'm looking, that number is 1945 for a lone product manager in India.
Interesting. Let me open LinkedIn as well.
I've already opened it. If you want, I can share screen.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll stop sharing. Yeah.
Learners, I hope my screen is visible. It says product manager, and yeah, I just searched product manager jobs. I'm getting 1945 results alone in India itself.
Wow.
Yep. So just give me a second. Yeah, stop sharing. Over to you, Rasha.
Awesome. So yeah, that is just to show you the real-time numbers, only not talking about, these are the jobs, these are the salaries. You can actually go and check the real-time numbers there as well. So yeah. So this is just to summarize this slide of, how we can progress in the product management career. And these are the salaries and the jobs, which basically provided, and you can check out real-time numbers for yourself as well in the US or India or outside of India, rest of the world, anyway. And also the companies that will be hiring for product management professionals. One of the top companies here being Oracle, Microsoft, Adobe, Cisco, Airbnb, BookMyShow, Ola, Amazon, Facebook, Google, being one of the top companies. But obviously, it does not restrict to this only, because we have just shown you the live data of, there are some thousands of other companies which are hiring for product management professionals. Also, we have a world-respected, program advisory board, Shirish Rangneshwar, who's the CEO at Blankera, and Ramu Shankar Rao, who's a professor and a corporate trainer with over 28 years of experience in senior corporate management roles in the healthcare industries. And also Dr. Christopher Abraham, who's the CEO and head of Dubai campus and senior vice president for SVJ. And he basically handles postgraduate programs, qualifications in HR and business. So they basically make sure that Simplylearn is delivering to as per standards of SVJ when it comes to the program. Now moving on to the learning environment of the program. Let me quickly open the learning management system by Simplylearn here and show you how exactly the learning management system looks like. So now that I've seen that this is the learning part, these are the tools covered, these are the projects covered, but what exactly happens in the program? So let me just, so this is how the learning management system looks like. And when I basically open the product management profession program here, okay, this is the UCSD one. Okay, let me go. I have a lot of programs here. So this is the section basically for all the programs you have from Simplylearn. So yeah, this is the professional certificate program in product management by SPJ. And these are the prerequisites here, which you can check out here. These are basically self-learning and a combination of live classes to go through before you start the sessions. And these are the courses. We have already delved into the learning part of the program, which already Suryansh has taken us through. You can see, I think one of the concerns, which when we asked you what is stopping you from becoming an expert program manager, you basically also voted for the pre-recorded videos. That you don't want only to learn from pre-recorded videos. So actually here we have most of them are live classes in percentage, and very few of them are self-learning videos. And those are only for basically, for introduction of a topic. Let me just quickly also open maybe one of the pages here. Let me just quickly open maybe product road mapping and strategic prioritization, because that is also we did today, right, in the project demo. So yeah, so when you open it, you will see self-learning video section here, which you can go through before we basically start the live classes. So it will basically reflect here, and there will be a video here, a self-learning video. And then there will be a live section here where currently you cannot see because the current cohort is completely filled. That is not available. There is an upcoming cohort which do have limited seats. I'll be sharing about that. So, but yeah, so these are the classes where you basically, when you register for the available classes here, and it will show you for basically for your region, what are the available classes you can choose from, and the past classes which you've attended already, and upcoming classes which you have in the section here. So this is how it looks like. And there are electives here which we have already talked about, the SP Gen generative AI for product manager. This also has a blend of live classes and self-learning. So yeah, so these are basically the electives. This is up to you if you want to basically take it up. We don't charge anything extra for that. And then there is a help section. You can see here Skill Up Guru, which is available 24/7. So in case you have any questions about the program, if you're facing any difficulties with the exam, the labs, the projects, which we have talked about, and the live classes, anything in the program, you can just quickly chat with us here, and someone will get in touch with you. You can see under 2 minutes. So that is available to help you there. So this is just to summarize the learning management system of Simplylearn. And now moving on to the slide here. And let's also quickly share the past learners and their success stories. So interestingly, the previous classes have consisted of learners coming from excellent organizations like Accenture, Amazon, Cognizant, IBM, Infosys, Dell, TCS. And they also come from diverse industries like IT, computer software, internet, financial services, and retail banking. Let me just quickly share a few success stories here from the alumni themselves. So Vasudevan Kumar here shares that after this course, he changed his domain and got his current job as an associate product manager at Mobi UX Labs with a salary hike of over 50%. And Priyanka here shares that, her upskilling decision in product management from Simplylearn was a great choice. And after completing her course, she received a job offer with a salary hike. And the course helped her to start a career journey of, a new interest and excel professionally. You can also check out these success stories and even the LinkedIn profiles as well. I'll share the link. You can go and check it for yourself how they're doing now. And also Sandesh MS here shares that, he has gained vast career impact after doing the certification. He has received a new job opportunity in an American-based investment company, Fidelity Investments, and with an incredible 300% salary hike. Saurabh Jain here shares that the course has taught him, product management in a better way, and he knows various aspects of the domain, and he has gained considerable skills that he can apply at his new job now. And then there are thousands more. Also, let's hear it from the from the alumni himself, Vasudevan Kumar, how he basically got a 50% salary hike from after doing this program. So let me just quickly play that for you. Before playing it, I'll just do a test as well. Just a quick voice check. If it is audible to you, you can reply by saying yes or no in the chat. So I'm just playing it and then I'll stop it.
After working for 12 years in various domains and profiles,
I hope that's audible to you. Awesome, awesome. Let me play it quickly from the starting.
after working for 12 years in various domains and profiles, I got confused where I am heading towards and what I'm going to do next. So I started doing research and found out that product management is the one which will meet my career goals. Hi, I'm Vasudevan. I'm working as an associate product manager in MobiX Labs. I got this job with over 50% of hike after completing the certification. I completed my bachelor's in 2010 and I landed my first job immediately. After that, I worked in various sectors like telecom, customer support, and IT. I started my own business in 2019 and shut down in 2021. After feeling stuck, I decided to upskill with the professional product management certification offered by SP Jain association with Simplylearn. I did my research about the companies looking for product managers and I found out the curriculum matches the requirement of the job. SP Jain's brand name make me to join this course. I really like the course structure, which is designed by SP Jain. I have gained in-depth knowledge in subjects like value proposition canvas and how to build MVP. And the last session was really fruitful, and we have learned lots of ideas and how to come up with the different ideas and solutions. Halfway to the course, I started sending my CV to the companies who are looking for product managers, and I landed this job as an associate product manager with MobiX Labs with over 50% of salary hike. I'm using the learnings from the course, things like agile and prioritization techniques, and also I'm working with two different products right now. There I'm using these techniques to craft the requirement of the product and also building the roadmaps. Even this course brought me closer to my long-term goal of owning a product, and I started working on my products in my spare times. I believe dreaming big is important, but only dreaming is not enough. Dreams only come true when you work hard to achieve them.
Well, that's Vasudevan's story. And yeah, dreams only come true when you basically work hard to achieve them. Totally agree with that. So yeah, these are just, as I mentioned, that one of the stories from our program. Now going back to the slide, and we have one more story here. Let me just also play that as well. Folks, we have extended session by 10-15 minutes. We'll just quickly cover this and
When you are passionate about something, nothing can stop you. That is why I took certification program in product management from Simplylearn in collaboration with SP Jain Global University. As soon as I completed my course and posted my certificate on the LinkedIn platform, I received 5 to 6 good job offers. Hi, I'm Anurag Moitra from Pune. I am a mechanical engineer from NIT Surat and an MBA graduate from ICFI Pune. I have worked with well-known organizations like Wipro and PhonePe before joining the Vodafone Group as a product manager. Here, I am a part of the global product team developing SaaS-based products for the Vodafone markets. Taking this professional certification program was a strategic decision for me. About 1 year ago, I decided where I want to see myself professionally after 10 years. So I figured out that I am good with strategy, decision making, leadership, and business analysis. Hence, I decided to pursue the program of product management from Simplylearn, which is in collaboration with the SP Jain Global University, which is a very respectable and a renowned global university. My experience from the program was really amazing. The step-by-step approach taken by the instructors from SP Jain was beautiful. We started with product ideation, and towards the end, we learned about neuroscience, which is the psychological aspect of product management. We also learned about change management and the importance of leadership role in product management. It was an unforgettable experience for me. Certification has added a lot of value to my resume and to my LinkedIn profile. The certification has created a huge impact for me. The skills that I've acquired during the program is proving to be of great help in my day-to-day work. It has created a huge impact from how I used to work before and how I am working at present. Right now, I'm looking for roles which involve working on the product frontline from scratch, right from working on the ideation part to the development of the product roadmap to the building of the MVP and finally launching the product. To grow exponentially in your professional career, you need to figure out what your core skill sets are and accordingly make them even better. Keep upskilling yourself, keep growing.
Well, that is one of the stories we have from Anurag here. So moving on to the next slide here. So Simplylearn also provides job assist services here. We have partnerships with IM Jobs Pro membership for 6 months, which is for free. They help you with resume building for the kind of job role or skills that you're applying for, and also you get a spotlight on IM Jobs, through which your profile is highlighted to the recruiters here. And also interview prep based on the same resume you build and a job role or skill role you want to practice for. With a one-on-one session with the SMA. And just to summarize it quickly, you get a SPJ professional certification. You can see here on the screen, a product management toolkit, Zira, Mixpanel, Google Analytics, and Balsamiq. One of the tools here, which we have already covered and used also during the project demo, Balsamiq here. A hands-on learning experience by solving real-life product problems via projects on Facebook, Tesla, Instagram, and Netflix, Nike. The Nike one we have covered, a project demonstration of that. Live online sessions with Google, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, and more, and a final Capstone project to add to your portfolio to showcase that practical experience. And also, you get to be a part of the SPGen Global Executive Alumni Membership also. So yeah, that is just to summarize all the things we have covered about the SPGen Product Management Program. So we would love to know now, are you interested in enrolling into the Product Management Program by SPGen? I'm launching a quick poll. You can respond by saying yes in that particular poll. And yeah, that is how I'll just quickly take you through the enrollment steps and also share how the program page looks like. And after this, the learning consultants from Simplylearn will get in touch with you and they will take you through any details you want about the program. I'll also share the program page here where you can download the syllabus for your reference later. So yeah. Yeah, I think we have a few questions. Meanwhile, I see you folks have already started responding for the poll here. Let me just quickly see. So yeah, recording will be available. So for that, you'll have to stay till the end of the webinar to access the recording in case you missed anything. So please don't worry about that. You can expect that mail from us within 24 hours or so. And also for the webinar certificate, also you have to stay till the end. So I think we'll take more 5 minutes or so, five minutes or so to end the session. So yeah. Oh, yeah. So we actually extended the session by a few more minutes because of the demand we have gotten during the session, as we have covered a very interesting project demonstration to show you, the one of the project demos from the program itself. So, yeah. Awesome. Last 10 seconds for the poll here, folks. I see most of you have already responded to the poll. So basically, last 10 seconds, are you interested in enrolling into the professional certificate program in product management? You can quickly go and share your responses, yes. Meanwhile, you're doing that, let me also just quickly share the program page with you as well. Just go to Simplylearn and yeah, folks who are responding yes on the chat, make sure to go and vote for the poll as well, because that is how we can reach out to you. On the chat, it is, as you can see, there are thousands of messages right now. We won't be able to track you there. So this is the program, and I'll share this program page with you. So there usually are like on running discounts as well. You can ask the learning consultant for that. And folks who are looking for installment payments in EMI patients, we do have those options. So meanwhile, you're doing that, let me just show you quickly. So we have, you can check out this page and download the syllabus from brochure from here. So you can see from here or on the top as well. So both places you can go and download the syllabus. And basically all the success stories here you can check out for more. I've shared few with you. And this is how basically the program, there are financing options available here. This is for India. You can see these options which will be provided to you. You can go ahead with, whichever you want and which is convenient to you. Awesome. So last another 5 seconds for you because I see most of you are still responding. The polls are still moving. So last 5 seconds for the poll, because we have to close the session as well. And so are you interested in enrolling into the professional certificate program in product management? You can respond as yes on the poll, which is live right now. So 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lot of people who are saying yes, make sure to go and vote in the poll as well as yes. And folks who are watching us live on a YouTube channel, you can also click on the link which you see on the YouTube live chat box. It will take you to the same program page which I've just shown you. And you can follow the same steps and share your details for the inquiry. And if you're watching this later, you can click on the description of this YouTube video. And on the top, you will see a link towards enrollment. In a similar way, you can basically approach that. A lot of yeses here. Thank you so much. Let me just quickly end the poll and quickly take you through the enrollment steps. The link I've already shared on the chat. You can save it for yourself later. So enrollment steps, simple 3 enrollment steps we have, which the learning consultants will take you through. So I'm just giving an overview of that so you're aware what's going to happen next. So step 1 here is you'll have to submit an application to us at askus@simplylearn.net. Step 2 is SPGen will be verifying your qualifications based on the eligibility and prerequisites we have shared with you earlier. And based on that, you'll be getting an admissions offer from SPGen. They'll be issuing you admissions invitation from that. Now, talking about the fee and the program schedule. So the next immediate cohort, which is, which has limited seats, it's already filled, but you can take up if you're basically planning for this next immediate cohort. The program induction for this is happening on 30th May, and the regular classes will start from 1st of June. For India, the fee here is 1,64,999 INR rupees, including taxes. Financing options are available as well. You can check out the link which I've shared for your own region. It differs from region to region. And for US here, rest of the world or US, the details here for the fee here are $3,000 including taxes. Both have financing options. As low as for India, it has 5,615 INR rupees per month. And for basically rest of the world, it might differ region to region, the fee, but yeah, $250 per month. So, and even after this, if you need any assistance, you can reach out to us at askus@simplylearn.net. Any issues related to the webinar certificate or webinar at webinars, I'm just typing it here on the chat, webinars@simplylearn.net. So you can also reach out to me here as well. Now, moving to the Q&A part of the session, I understand that we have taken up a little more extra time, but we would love to address all the questions we have here. So, Suryansh, if quickly we can just
Let's
browse
go. Let's go. We'll quickly start. Hello, how I joined now. Can you repeat previous slides? Maybe Rasha, you could pick up some questions that I would, would be good enough to answer because there are lots of questions related to,
Sure. I'll do that.
Yeah.
So here by Payal here is asking that in the caption projects, are the projects reviewed and improved with
Yes. So, okay, here we go. There are 6 projects that you need to solve, right? Mandatory is solving 1 because 1 will be reviewed. What I suggest to all my learners, solve all 6, get reviewed 1, but on your resume, put all of them. So that it shows that your experience of solving 6, you have solved all 6 of them, you have PDFs, you have got Balsamiq wireframes, and reviewed by 1 you have received. So that's your answer, Payal.
I hope that answers your question, Payal. And duration of the program, I've already told you that. You can go and check out in the link which I've shared here as well of the program. And now let's see more questions here. Webinar is conducted on weekdays, on weekends. It is conducted on weekdays. And are there any scholarships available for interested learners? So the link which I've shared towards the program, we do have, not particularly for this program, but we do have overall scholarships which keep going on the Simplylearn website. You can go and check out that. You can keep an eye for that. You can download the app. You can go to the website, and usually there is a basically pop-up which will let you avail for scholarships. You can check out for yourself. For that, you have to keep an eye on what's going on with Simplylearn usually. So let's see more questions. I have you answered this one by Dimple Jain that sir, if you were able to explain the difference between UI, UX, and product.
Yes, UI UX manager or your UX team is one part of product development, and their role comes in the picture once you as a product manager have understood the requirements from client. Then you have created some Balsamiq wireframes. Now what you have done is Balsamiq wireframes are nothing but a working prototype. They are not beautiful applications that we normally use, right? The color schemes that we use, maybe the rounded corners that we see, or maybe the location of the plus sign and all, that is not your job. So once you have understood the functionality, you've created this working prototype that this is how it should work, you give it to the UI UX manager. He will have a team who will assign it to a person, and that person will give you, okay, I'll beautify it this way, I'll put this icon this place, I'll put this, I'll put this, I'll put this, and then you take this design to get approval from the client. So once the first step is talking to the client, getting the requirements, creating the wireframes, the prototype, showing it to the client. This functionality is fine. Yes, this is the way you are showing it will work is fine. Now make it beautiful and show it to me. So he'll go to the UI UX person, he'll create a nice user journey, and then he'll show it to you. You will give it to the client, and client will keep on giving feedback on how to make it better. So that's how the journey works.
Okay, one last question. I think we have a lot of questions, but let's just take one last question. This is by I'm saying Fishali Meman. I hope that's your name. Please correct me. So what we will learn in the product management, as I am a BS environmental science student, and is it beneficial for me? Sure.
All right. I'll tell you one thing. We have had learners who are not, let's say you're from environment background, right? BS environment, something like that Rasha was mentioning. We've got learners who are from tech industry. We've got learners who are from hardware, because today I did a career counseling session for someone who was from customer service. So the variety of learners that we have, the background of learners we've got varies. And the only question over here is, if we are looking for a career progression to a management role with a decent pay package, let's say with a job role which requires extensive usage of your communication and a wide array of knowledge of different domains, then you should go about it. See, we can't force anything, but suggestion is, if you're looking for a management role, without wasting 2 years of MBA and the other processes, if you feel that you want to get in a management role which requires working with different teams, collaborating with different teams, and having a high sense of responsibility, which in turn gives you a higher package, you could think of enrolling in a course or taking up a role as a product manager. Because few things is, tech background, it is, I wouldn't say useless, it is beneficial, but this can be covered up. I'll tell you how. Let's say you have good knowledge of environment, right? So we'll be portraying you as a product manager, maybe through ESG processes. As you know, ESG is now getting mandatory in fact, in loan disbursements through banking, it's getting mandatory ESG guidelines. So we'll portray you as a PM who has a knowledge, because you don't have tech background, but you have excellent domain knowledge of environment. So that domain will make you a product manager in your domain, and that can be used as a ESG product manager through banking or other financial institution. That's just an example. So your background domain can come handy when you're putting yourself as a PM role.
Thank you so much, Suryansh. I think we'll have to end the session now because we have to end the session. So thank you so much for everyone for joining us. You can, again, like just to remind you, you can share your certificate of participation. Once I end the session, you will get a pop-up by Zoom, which will basically tell you, basically ask you for your full name, which you want to see on the webinar certificate. So once I end it, you will see that pop-up, and this is how the certificate will look like. It will basically be with your name. It will have Simplylearn accreditations, and it will be issued to you for this particular webinar. And you can see the title here as well. You basically covered the project demonstration, and you can share it with your network and tag us on LinkedIn. I've shared the Simplylearn handle on the chart here. And also you can tag our expert Suryansh Choudhary as well. I've shared his LinkedIn profile as well, and you can basically use this hashtag Simplylearn, hashtag simply grow. And you can see one of the learners who have shared it already. She got a lot of support from her network when she shared her basically journey of the webinar, and how the insights are, what all she learned. So please do that, share it with your network and tell them that you are actually learning, you're growing with us. So you can use the hashtag Simplylearn grow. Now this is just to summarize quickly. Thank you so much. First of all, taking us through this amazing session. And I'm pretty sure the folks here, learned a lot from you during the project demo, and also the questions you have addressed, for them basically to help them out with their journey. And also, thank you so much once again for taking out the time for this session. We have many more interesting lined up sessions of with Suryansh as well. I'll share the link here, which you can basically check out and subscribe for that as well. But yeah, Suryansh, would you like to say something to them before we end the session?
Oh, it's been an amazing session, learners. I was pretty happy when I got an amazing response from your side in terms of chat box, in terms of ideas. I just feel that you got good starting point when it comes to solving capstones. And by the end of the session, you really prove that you are in a state to take up these kind of capstones. So my suggestion would be courses like these enable you with certain extra skill sets and a credible kind of a credibility thing from SP Jain and from Simplylearn. They help you in getting in a management role faster, and of course that comes with obviously a higher pay package. I'm saying this because I've been through the same journey. So thank you so much. It's been a great learning session. You've been an amazing, extensively engaging audience, and I'm really sorry we extended it by almost an hour.
Thank you so much, Suryansh. I actually have shared the link towards your next webinar as well, which is on June 4th. And
Okay.
we'll be talking about basically, the product management role breakdown, salary
Okay.
scales, much more. And this is for the UC San Diego program. So I'm just sharing the link here. You can go and register using the link immediately and just giving an early access to his next webinar here. I think few of the folks asked here. So yeah, that's all for the basically webinar today. And thank you so much for staying back, with us till now. And yeah, have a good night, good day, good morning, wherever you are joining us from. So I'll end the session now, and the webinar survey pop-up will be visible to you. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you all. Good night. Thank you, Rasha. Bye bye.
You.